Greetings, Taco Faithful. Thank you for joining me again this week. Once again, it's Larry Williams, OAW Commander-in-Chief, and I'm here to bring you all yet again another Advice Corner video segment right here on Otakuassemble Weekly. And as always, here to bring you the latest in this week's Advice Corner video segment. And this week's advice topic comes from Jared Carter, and it's titled Getting Over an Ex. Oh boy. And yeah, and it's another long one, but that's good. That's good. No problems. No worries, no worries. More information I got, the better. So let's see if we can't help Jared out. So let's see. Dear Larry, I am a huge fan of your reviews and topics and have a question for you about a personal experience. Over a year ago, I broke up with my ex-girlfriend, and I've been going back and forth about how I felt about her since that breakup. She told me that she wasn't ready for a relationship and that she wanted to be friends. In a way, I felt like I kind of wasted my time with her because I've known her for 3 years and we've been seeing each other for 2 years. This is something that she could have told me when we first met, because I could have been out enjoying my life. But while we were dating, she also told me that she had bad experiences with other guys because she had been cheated on and mistreated. I don't mean to change my tone like that, but I've heard all this bullshit before, so I'm with you on this, dude. I need to figure out if I didn't write this damn email to myself. Okay. I felt that the breakup had something to do with that because she had some insecurities that at the time I wasn't aware of. Don't they all? Though I haven't seen her in about a year, we've only spoken through Twitter and Facebook from time to time, and I didn't want to call or text her because I'm trying to give her some space. By this time I moved on and with someone else, and I'm happier than I ever was before, but at times I felt like I could have saved my relationship even though it is too late. My question to you is, number one, have you ever been in a relationship? Number two, how can I completely move on from this situation? Number three, do you feel like this breakup was for the best? Number four, do you feel like the relationship could have been saved? Feel free to give me your honest opinion about this situation whenever you do another Advice Corner video. Alright, Jared, my man, I'm going to be able to help you because I've had all this shit happen to me in the past. So, and that's why when I made the comment, I was like, I'm wondering if I sent this email to myself, because all this shit is familiar territory, my friend. I know, it sucks, but pimps got to go through this shit from time to time. So, alright, so first question, have I ever been in a relationship? I have. Yeah. In hindsight though, I can probably say out of all the women I've dated in the past, I was only really in one relationship. And yeah, I've experienced all these things in just that one relationship. Yeah, so I definitely know where you're coming from. Now let's see. Number two, how can I completely move on from this situation? Well, dude, actually, it sounds like you have. The only thing you have yet to do is to burn the bridge. Now, I'm not saying necessarily that that's something you should do. I'm not saying that you should just go ahead and completely write her off, just ignore her, cut all forms of communication, and just go about your business. Because maybe you value her friendship. Maybe you think she is worth keeping around. And if that's the case, by all means, follow suit. Keep doing what you're doing. But from what you said in the email, you said you already found somebody else and you're happier with them than you've ever been before. So the only thing that's actually, you know what I think it is? I think it's if these thoughts, if these feelings are not emerging, if they're not being caused by your contact with her, then there's no reason to just, write her off. If they are, if you don't even think about her until after she contacts you and then all this stuff gets brought back up, then yeah, go ahead and just burn that bridge right then and there. But what I was going to say was, if these thoughts and these feelings and all these, this old resentment is reemerging completely independent of contact with her, then I'll tell you what I think it is, dude. I think it's regret. That's what I think it is. I think you're regretting the time that you feel you might have wasted with her. And if that's the case, dude, you're looking at this whole situation the wrong way. Don't look at this relationship as something to regret. Look at it as a learning experience. I had a buddy who, he wasn't in a relationship, but he was pursuing this woman who pretty much did all this same shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she made that boy jump through hoops. She drove his ass crazy. And the thing was, the entire time, and this went on for about, February? This went on for about a year and a half, right? So, and the whole time, he's talking to me about it, and I'm telling him, I'm like, dude, don't do this. You need to do this, and nah, man, you need to do this, and nah, man, you need to, just let this girl go, and all this stuff. I'm giving him all this advice, and the whole time he ignored my advice. I'm not saying that he just, completely put it out of mind, but it would go, he would listen to what I had to say, and then do what he wanted to anyway. And yeah, it did upset me to a point, but at the end of the day, I reminded myself, and I told him, I said, you know what? You're just going to have to go through this. You're going to have to suffer through it because you've never suffered through it. But once you've suffered through it, you're going to see why I said the things I said and why I behaved the way I behaved. And you'll know what I'm talking about. And sure enough, because this went on for like 18, 19 months. At the end of that time, he came back to me. He said, Larry, man, you were right. It was like, man, you told me to do this. I didn't do it. You said she would do that. And sure enough, she did it. I didn't want to believe you, trying to give her the benefit of the doubt and all that stuff. But the thing that really made me proud about the whole experience was not that he admitted I was right. It's the fact that he admitted, he said, but you was right. Had I not gone through this, I wouldn't have learned this lesson. And that's what I think, that's how I think you need to look at this, at that breakup. If, in fact, remember what I said, if all of your feelings and all of these, bad memories and things reemerge independent of your contact with her, then that's what I think the problem is. I think you're looking at this situation as regret, and you need to be looking at it as a lesson well learned. But if you do not keep in mind the pitfalls and the flaws that occurred in that relationship, you will be doomed to repeat them. So please, just look at it, like I said, pimps got to go through this shit from time to time. And we all go through it. Yep, even the commander-in-chief went through it. So that would be my advice in regards to that question. Do you feel like the relationship could have been... Wait, hang on, no. I skipped a question. Number 3. Do you feel like this breakup was for the best? I'm going to be honest with you, dude. To me, it sounds like it was. Once again, going off of the fact that you say you found somebody else and you're happier with them. And, as I mentioned, if in fact you did learn from that relationship, then yeah. I don't see any negatives so far. You know what I mean? Yeah, it sounds to me like it was for the best. I'm curious though. What do you think? I mean, well, no. No, it doesn't sound to me like you're trying to get back together with her. So that would just lead me to believe that you're happy with the way things are right now. And once again, going back to my previous comment, I think you just got that animosity, that bad taste in your mouth. And I already told you how to deal with that. So I think it was for the best. Do you feel like the relationship could have been saved? I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. See, let me see. You said that when all of this was going on, I don't know if you mentioned what she was doing. Yeah, she told you she wasn't ready for a relationship and she wanted to be friends. You felt like you wasted your time. Y'all still been talking. She didn't tell you about her previous experiences. And you felt like the breakup had something to do with her insecurities. So, if she agreed to be in a relationship with you despite her insecurities about past experiences, and you felt like that played a part in the breakup, and you didn't even learn about it till after the fact, but then she told you she didn't want to be in a relationship anymore and y'all should just be friends, then no, there was no saving that, because that was her making the decision. That was her deciding she didn't want to do it anymore. You can't force her. It's like I said in my last advice corner. You can't force people to do things they don't want to do. And you can't force people to change things about themselves that they don't want to change on their own. If she told you that, clearly she wanted to break up. There was nothing you could do about that other than understand the reasoning behind it and try to come to some type of catharsis about that. But no, dude, there was nothing you could have done about that. And yeah, no, that couldn't have been saved. Not if she wanted it to. If she didn't want to hang in there and see it out to till the end, then yeah, there's no point in sitting up here trying to waste your time trying to figure out what you could have done differently, or what you could have done more, or if you could have saved it, because it sounds to me like it was out of your hands. So that's what it sounds like to me. And let's see, what's the last question? Oh yeah, that was the last question. Okay, so yeah, pretty much my final thoughts on this whole topic, dude. Look, everyone goes through bad breakups. Everyone sees relationships fall apart. But at the end of the day, dude, you put your chips on the table, you roll the dice, you play your hand. Sometimes you come up with lucky seven, sometimes you crap out. But at the end of the day, dude, you gotta ante up and get back on the table. Sounds like you have. You say you found somebody else, you're doing better. So yeah, like I said before, I'll just reiterate, wrapping up this video. I think you just gotta deal with whatever it is you're feeling in regards to that breakup. You know what I mean? You gotta deal with that regret. You gotta deal with all these questions and all these doubts on your own. I tell you this though, you said you're still in contact with her. Have you talked with her about what happened? And I'm not talking about just mentioning it here and there. I'm talking about, have you sat her down and had an honest discourse about how that whole thing ended? Because maybe she has answers for you don't have. Maybe there's stuff maybe there was some other stuff going down you didn't even know about. And if that's the case, then why are you blaming yourself for information you don't even know exists? It don't make no sense, dude. I would just say, and just let it go. Get over it. Yeah, that sounds real vague, but seriously, that's what you gotta do. Just in no layman's terms, just get the fuck over it. Seriously, otherwise you'll beat yourself down and eat yourself up over it, and that's not good for anybody. It's not good for you, especially if it ends up poisoning your friendship with her. And then it damn sure ain't gonna be good for the relationship you're in now, because guess what? You know how you said homegirl had insecurities about bad experiences in previous relationships? How are you any different if you let this one affect your relationship now? You are no different. It's the exact same thing. Don't perpetuate the cycle, man. Move on. So that's going to wrap up this week's Advice Corner video segment. I want to thank you all for joining me again this week. And in the comments below, let me know your thoughts on this week's topic. And please give my man some of your advice. Let's hear from the Otaku Faithful. Let him know what some of your thoughts are and what you guys would do in this sort of situation. And don't forget, anybody out there who has any questions, has an Advice Corner topic that you want to see me discuss in a later video, please email those to me at otakuassemble@gmail.com. Keep an eye out tomorrow night for this week's top 5 video. And with that being said, this has been Larry Williams, OAW Commander-in-Chief. I'm gonna go clear my throat. Signing off. Catch you later. Peace.